All right, we all good to go? How are we going? Yep. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for everyone for coming. My name is Michael Lamb. Once again, we're presenting. This is the fourth workshop in a four-part series on Hemetic Alchemy, coming right through from the basics into the intermediate levels. And what we've discussed in the past, we've gone through in the other shops, is about the basic aspects and how important it is to learn about the aspects of Hermeticism and alchemy. So in our beginning workshop, I'll just do a quick recap here. We did the history of Hemetic Alchemy, that and how it marries up with the Hebrew Kabbalah and that as well. Also, we'll be meditating very soon when we get into this particular presentation, learning about to empty the body. We do what's called the hollow self and the soul-body expansion, learning to feel your soul and understand your astral body. We're talking about power word commands. This is very important when one is meditating or actually communicating with self, because we need to tell our minds to shut up, because we spoke about the four parts of our bodies. The most important parts in the basics of the beginning is our physical body, our mental body, our soul or astral body, which is our character, our personality as it were, and then of course our spirit. Spirit and soul are separate. So the physical body will relate to the earth element, for example, the physical and the material world that we work in. The mental mind relates to the element of air. The astral body relates to the energy element of water or the liquid realms. And that's going to be the main highlight of the beginning of this presentation, is about the dreams and those kind of realms in the astral planes and how we access them. And of course, the spirit relates to the fire, okay, the fire principle. So these four become what's called the five elements, all right? The fifth element is, of course, what is called prana, mana, or vril, or chi, or different aspects in different planes and places and cultures. They call it different names. When we did the second course, we were understanding about our emotions, how our emotions have a strong connection to all our thoughts and feelings, okay? We have emotions that we can't just get rid of. We have to balance emotions because they're related to the elements in many, many ways. So balancing people's emotions, our own emotions, is going to give us the keys to when we meditate, wake up in our dream states, when we do future work such as astral traveling or lucid dreaming, or things like understanding programming crystals and stones, cleaning an area, a space or a building, so we're removing negative energy, as it were, balancing polarity. It's like the energy here in this particular building has got a very, very good clean energy about it. So, that's what we attempt to do. And that's why it's important that yourself in your own home or your space that you live in, that you keep that energy clean and balanced, so that you see things that inspire you, that work with your energy, as it were. As we went through that, we understood that energies and emotions related to the feelings, so that their energy, everything is energy, which is the key to alchemy, and this is the way that we work with things. Everything is an energy. So therefore, it comes through as either a sound, a color, a number, a shape, or a vibration. So those five principles. It's easy to remember because you've got your five fingers there. Once again, it relates to the elements in that as well. Understanding that your soul is really part of you, and breathing the breath of life. So breathing is important. Good air and good water is the key to everything. So you can't have, be living in an area where you're not free to breathe, as it were. Good clean air and good quality water. More on that as we go along. We use the tool, imagination and visualization. They're tools of creation. Visualization is to create pictures in the mind. This is what we do. You create something or you think of something and then you work towards that. It's not just like random. You can program your mind to think of something and then put energy into it. Your will, your spirit, and your intent. That's your main focus, bringing forward your spirit. It's got the willpower. It is the real drive. It's like a vehicle, like a car or a motorbike or a plane or anything. Without you in there, without a being driving it, no spirit, it doesn't have a soul. It's just an empty vehicle. It's just an empty shell. But it's like you get in there and you start driving it, So you understand the separate aspects of your energy. When we started working with the candle, we started to see things differently, focusing our intent on the flame of the candle. It's an old technique. It's been going back for hundreds of years. It helps you to see energy fields, auric fields, into other realms, such as the astral and the mental planes. It's not just all this physical protoplasmic plane. Around you now, as you can see when you're being attuned, you start to see energy that's around there. People have thoughts, feelings, emotions, and also they have what's called an auric field about them. And there are many layers to that. And that's what we're speaking about when we did the concentration exercise with the candle. You focus on the candle and you see it as not just a red-orange flame, but it actually there's blues and there's violets and many other colors about that. So this is just a recap. Today, before we get into too much, we're going to be talking about the dream aspects and dream symbolism, because that's a very important part of your soul. You download energy or knowledge through the astral planes. It's your soul speaking to you about things that may be coming up in the coming day, because your soul is timeless. The astral planes are almost like they're timeless and spaceless, so you can access this matrix outside of this matrix. So these are all really, really handy, cool tools that you can use, and you can access beyond what the mainstream tells you are. We're not just going to be these limited, meat computers, as it were. We're much more advanced than that. We want to link back to our ancient knowledge, and this is a perfect place for us to learn it here today at the Theosophical Society. Okay, so just capping over again, alchemy is everything. It's infinite energy, meaning that you may create, sense, and feel, and give and share energy from all living life around and within you. And you can use it to increase your higher self-awareness through loving life itself. Always the most important aspect that we need people to understand is love. Everything is created out of love, because that's what the universe does. It creates energy. And we spoke about the power of the sun, our solar system. It just creates trillions of tons of life on this planet. It just creates and creates. Right now, beings are being born and others are leaving into the other realms and planes. So it's happening at a ridiculous amount of levels, and that's what we want to understand and access, that we're here, not just for by accident or by random. We actually have an intelligent design, and we have missions that we may be living out here on this particular plane. You can give energy to enhance, educate, and heal your whole being and any other living being through awakening the infinite whole source field. Basically what that's saying is you can be a healer to yourself. You can clean your area up. You're the one that gets you going in the morning. You're the one that tells you to get out of bed. You're the one that gives you the program to finish this course, to do this and pass this energy on to your friends, your family, your loved ones. Of course, this energy is to know and to understand and believe everything is created through universal love and enlightenment. Like the waters, the oceans, seas, rivers and streams, the sky changes every day, so does life. We're talking about universal principles. There's universal laws such as cause and effect. That's basically karma. Every action creates a reaction. Or if you look at it like karma, karma is just basically every action creates a reaction, cause and effect. And we're connected to the planets and the stars as well. So everything changes every day, and that's another universal law. It's called all is change. Everything is constantly changing, even at the nanoseconds. The tides are changing, they're moving, they're shaping and sculpting the planets. We're changing, we're adapting, we're growing, we're losing, I think, or going through 20,000 I don't know how many thousands of cells are transforming through our body every second when we're moving through ridiculous amounts of change. So it's a constant ebb and flow, and that is the law and nature of this planet. And also, as we start to understand that ebbing and flowing to natural, earthly, lunar, solar, galactic, and universal rhythms. So your soul is really you. We can all remember times in our life that happened years ago as if they were just yesterday or just a few days ago. And that's what's important. They're called soul memories, as opposed to you just, I don't know, cleaning up the kitchen the other weekend or whatever. That doesn't really matter too much, you know, unless you find something of significance that connects to your soul, your astral body, as it were. So our soul memories are really what's important, really powerful events in our life, and our soul seems to be able to record them very, very well. Okay, we just covered that as well. I won't go into this too much. When we did the first module, we were talking about power words and to believe in you. So as you say something, like today, we're going to do this today, we're going to process, we're going to get everything here today, get everything together, make it all happen. That goes through a series of commands. You can't, fluff that off. It has to have energy and power, direction. I'm going to do this. Same with the film crew, everyone arriving here today, making it all happen, okay? It's all good. And the space has been provided. When we're going into our meditation today very much, it's important that you focus on you and the breath of the meditation. So breathing and the breath of life. The breathing is so important. It's the first thing you do when you enter this world is you take the first breath. And it's the last thing you do when you leave this plane, out of your physical body. And that's the key to your soul, as it's an eternal being. It works there more with the spirit as being a life influencer rather than your physicality. Your physical body, maybe you live 70, maybe 150 years, whatever, but it breaks back down into the elements. What we say in alchemy is that your physical body is of the earth, Mother Earth, Gaia, and your soul is of all the realms and planes, but your spirit is of the stars. Your spirit is of the stars. So we're going to go to the meditation today, and we'll just go into the hollow self. I can take you through it because the reason we meditate is to transform heavy, lower emotional energy, such as worry, such as doubt, such as guilt. We can transform them out, just remove them out of our line of sight so that we can work with positive energy that's creative, that's effective, that's going to enhance our life, that's going to give us the best possible outcomes when we do things that we're meant to be doing, creative work as it were. So it works that way. And also, it's very easy as you awaken your soul. People have what's called, they have psychic abilities, okay? They start to pick up other people's thoughts and feelings, okay? So it's a really simple way of understanding. There's a lot of psychic people around the place. It's not a big deal. It's just a natural part of ourselves. Anyone can be psychic and anyone can awaken that ability within you. So here we go. I'm just going to move right back down to today's lesson. Boom. So thanks very much for coming back through that recap. Today we're hoping to cover these, well, we will be covering these areas here, understanding your dreams and symbols, what's called symbolism. And that is a very important part of you. You spend probably a third of your life sleeping, and we have these incredible impressions that can go on within our dreams and our minds. We need to cover this because it's something that's going to be questioning you, and remembering dreams is one of the keys. So to remember dreams, we place commands such as, I will remember my dream just before you go to sleep. That's the key. Just before you go to sleep, I'll remember my dream, or my dreams as it were. And then later, when we get into lucid dreaming, probably a little bit beyond the aspects of this class, well, some of you I'm sure are actually doing it right now, is when you're actually awake in your dreams. You wake up on the other side in the astral planes. And it's like, wow, I'm here. There's little things, little keys we use to wake up when we wake up on the other side. So once again, it's a program. It's like anything, like this computer.